Hi, I'm Annie Ulichny, and it's always a special pleasure to share some meditation time together with you. We're going to start with our 3 breaths, and the 3 breaths are designed to take us out of kind of that very quick, hectic, overthinking movement that we have both in the brain and the mind and the thinking mind, and sometimes in our bodies as we're kind of going from task to task and event to event, and bring us into the here and now. And it's always a very brief exercise you can do for yourself as well. So these 3 breaths each have their own distinct flavor. The first breath is a very deeply fulfilling, completed a task, relief kind of a breath. The second breath is going to be one where we follow our own natural breath. And we don't lead or try to control it, we just follow it. And the third breath is a very loving, caring, kind breath toward ourselves and for ourselves. So with that, let's take our comfortable meditation posture. And our feet are planted and flat on the floor, in shoes or socks or bare feet, whatever's comfortable for you. Your hands are placed very comfortably, one on each leg, on your lap, and you feel that your posture is upright and very dignified. And we're going to have our eyes closed if it's possible for you. And the shoulders, just also remember to relax the shoulders around the posture so that they're not tense or tight because our posture is dignified. We're relaxing the shoulders. Sometimes I check in with that for myself and see, I can feel my shoulders are tense, and it just releases everything when we can release our shoulders to start here too. So we'll close our eyes. And again, the first breath is a deeply fulfilling breath, as if you are taking a hike to a magical, beautiful waterfall, or you're climbing to the top of a mountain, or you're walking on a moonlit beach, and it's just a very fulfilling experience. We can use a little imagination. The in-breath is deeply fulfilling. And then the exhale is a softening and a letting go. It's a sense of accomplishment and relief. We're here. It's all okay. We've done it. And then the second breath is your average, ordinary breath. Just follow the breath going in and follow the breath going out. Notice just on its own how far down and deep within the body the breath might go, and also how shallow or deep the exhale can be, just on its own without any force. And then the third breath is a very kind, soft, gentle, slow breath. It's very intentionally kind and loving toward ourselves. And so the in-breath is very slow, so we're really slowing down. And today is going to be a little bit about just slowing down as well. So we'll use this third breath to really intimately and with so much self-care and kindness for ourselves. Breathe in, and then notice if the breath can come from a deeper place down in the belly, and we can feel with tenderness and kindness the exhale for ourselves. We don't give ourselves enough care and kindness. We're actually usually pretty harsh on ourselves. But right now, right here, we can offer some kindness and care. And just get a sense right now about how the body's feeling as we start. So I had a beautiful experience this weekend of watching a family wedding take place where the bride and the groom, a wonderful, happy couple filled with just all the attendees for the wedding were just filled with love and smiles and joy and happiness. And while they were saying their vows, and while they were walking down the aisle, and while the whole ceremony was going on, there was just this feeling that time was slowing down and everybody was captured in the moment. And we can recall for ourselves these times that we've had where they're just amazingly beautiful, special moments in time, big moments in time, typically like a wedding or a birth or a graduation, something that's momentous. And time seems to just slow down and we can savor the moment. And what I was thinking of and reflecting on this wedding as we're watching and hearing these vows and just feeling how everything was just slow and intentional. And we can have those kinds of moments with any details and tasks that we have to normally do during a day. We can slow down and notice if our thinking mind has us spinning in some kind of negative way while we're doing a task, or if we're really bringing our full attention to the task and making sure that we're putting a lot of kind of positive energy into what we're doing. And when we do that, we end up being a lot healthier and a lot happier just by being in the present moment and enjoying the task at hand. And so today is about just really slowing down. And when we intentionally slow down, it can have a wonderful impact on how we feel about our day and our life, and then also the relationships and the communication we have with other people during the day. They tend to be softer, easier, simpler, clearer, and really kinder, both for ourselves and for them. So we'll get started, and we're going to be doing some meditation that's really about, again, a lot of this is what we've already done before. This is really a practice session, but doing it at a really slow and intentional pace. So we'll be doing some breath work and body work, and we'll bridge those two together like we've been practicing in other weeks. And so I'd like you to take your meditation posture, and we'll have our feet on the floor, and again, feeling our seat, sitting on the chair, noticing the weight of our body, just resting, having gravity help hold us here, feeling our shoulders relaxing, resting our hands on our laps, closing our eyes. And as soon as we close our eyes, we might have kind of this instant feeling of being able to feel more within the life of deeply within our body. There's something interesting about closing our eyes that allows us to go inside the living felt sense of the body when we start these practices. We might notice, just in general, somewhere in the body, this vibrational, shimmering, electrical kind of a quality. And it's amazing because we usually don't pay attention to this kind of buzzing, electrical, shimmery quality that we have. And when we bring our focus, the mind's ability to focus into the body like this, we're letting the nervous system know that everything is okay. There's no problems. And any chronic stress or fight or flight response that we've triggered and we're dysregulated in our nervous system, it's time to come back into a normal, calm, peaceful state of well-being. So when we bring our focus into the body, that's what we're letting our body know. And the neural networks, just like software and hardware on our computer, they all communicate and talk. And we're letting our body know with our focus, we're okay. So we're just slowly just feeling into this full body feeling of aliveness. And we can also know if we're pulled out of the body and into that stream of thoughts, into thinking. And we can very gently, not push away the thinking or judge that we're thinking, but just come back to this feeling, noticing if there's obvious sensation somewhere in the body of this electrical aliveness deeply within us that we can start to pay attention to and feel when we bring our focus to our body. Our present awareness, turning it inside ourselves and feeling deeply within. Not what we think about, but what we're feeling. So we can start again with our feet as we get going here into this very slow, intentional pace of just enjoying our aliveness today. Feeling within the feet and then adding the breath. We can breathe in, and it helps us to really feel within the feet perhaps. If we breathe in and feel the sensations in the feet, noticing the left foot versus the right foot, where we feel sensations. For instance, right now I feel these very kind of strong and very alive sense of kind of this electrical current running through the balls of my feet, the arches of my feet, and a tingling along the top side of the foot. Just noticing this sense of aliveness. We are bridging our focus into the felt sense of the body, and this brings us back into a state of calm and well-being and out of any chronic stress states like fight or flight and overthinking and anxiety. Our focus is one of the best ways to heal ourselves when we bring our focus within. Just feel what's here. So we can breathe into the full legs, maybe starting through the feet and scanning through the lower legs and the knees and the thighs. Breathing in very slowly, using a deeper breath if possible. Just really breathing in, deep in-breath. Feeling the lower legs, the lower body. Feeling up through the sit bones. Noticing the sensations even through the sit bones, through the thighs, the pelvis, legs, knees, lower legs, feet. And then on the exhale, we can talk to ourselves and invite a softening. Just let go of anything that's gripping or tight or holding on. And just notice if perhaps we can feel this inner feeling of letting go. I notice in my hip bones, I can just notice that sensation of letting go when I make this invitation. And just feeling this greater connection to the seat, the contact to the seat that I'm sitting on. And that gravity is holding us here. It's a very stable, grounded, clear, open place. And we're just feeling our contact to the seat that we're on and having gravity hold us here. We're okay. And now we could come into our torso. And we could imagine using our focus and also the mind's beautiful ability to use imagination. We could imagine all of the organs within our torso area, our stomach, feeling deeply within our lower body, feeling through our stomach, our gut area, our lungs, kidneys, liver. Each cell of the trillions of cells in the body, every single one of them has a job. Our organs work incredibly hard up through our heart area, the lungs, every single cell has a really special job and has this energetic, electrical kind of sense to it. And we can feel this big sensation throughout the body when we start to pay attention and recognize all of these cells are working and functioning for our well-being. Breathing in, really feeling within the torso, the lower belly, the rib cage area, up through the chest, along the back. Just noticing if you can feel the sensations deeply within you. Not what we're thinking about them, or if we're pulled into thoughts, that's fine. We can just gently just put those in the background, very gently, and just stay present deeply within the body. And then a softening on the exhale as we explore the body on the inhales and really connect and inhale with the sensations, and it just helps us anchor us into the feeling and the sensations. And then we can invite a softening and a letting go on all the exhales. Just releasing any tension or tightness that's been building up within the body and within each cell. We could come up through our shoulders and down our arms into our hands. Really on the inhale, feeling through the shoulders, noticing if there's any tightness. We hold on and a lot of stress builds up within our shoulders. And now is the time to release the shoulders and let them go. Just let them soften. Same down through the hands, into the palms, through the fingers. Just release on the exhale. So we've got this rhythm. And this is a very important meditation practice, this rhythm of inhale, really feeling within us, using our focus, staying present, and then softening and releasing on the exhale. So it is a very active, focused practice. And yet we're really going slowly and carefully and thoughtfully through the body, recognizing and honoring the trillions of cells that are all working for our benefit. We could breathe into the throat area and the back of the neck. The vagus nerve along the back of the neck is the great communicator between the brain and the body and into the nervous system. And when we can calm the vagus nerve down, like we're doing right now, using the breath, feeling in the body, the vagus nerve is sending communication into the body that everything is okay. And that allows us to breathe more deeply, our blood pressure to slow down, a re-regulation of the nervous system, our immune system function increases, and everything becomes more balanced and stable. Breathing again into the throat, noticing if we feel any rawness or tightness or clenching in the throat. It's a very common place that we hold on to pockets of tension. Noticing that, and then softening and releasing. Coming up through the face and the head, maybe feeling like we could imagine feeling the cells within the brain. All the cells in the brain working very specifically. Each has a job. The trillions of cells, they all individually have a job to do. Through our eyes, our forehead, our mouth, our full face. We don't need to hold on right now. We can invite a softening and releasing through the eyebrows, through the eyes. And have it be very gentle and caring and kind for ourselves. And very slow. We could talk more slowly to ourselves as well, and gently inviting a letting go, a releasing. How we talk to ourselves is so very important. We tend to be fairly harsh toward ourselves and our thoughts. And so our meditation practice can also incorporate how we start to talk to ourselves in a more positive way. I know that's true for me. I encourage you to recognize for yourself as well. If you're being kind in your talk to yourself, the discussions in that inner voice to yourself. We could breathe into the full body now, acknowledging through our imagination the trillions of cells in the body, acknowledging it all on the in-breath, lighting them all up as if we could touch every single one of them on the in-breath. And then releasing and softening, just letting go and melting anything that's willing to release through the body, using our focus. And feeling that it's just maybe melting down with the help of gravity away from us. Take one more breath in as slowly and gently as possible. This is kind of like that third breath at the beginning of practice. It's a very gentle, kind, caring breath. We could imagine that we're holding a tiny baby. We're imagining maybe that we are watching vows at a wedding, a close relative's wedding, and it's just so wonderful and joyous. That is how this breath can be right now as we finish our meditation practice for today. Breathing in with gentleness and kindness and joy and care, intentional slowness so we can savor this moment. Breathing in and feeling it. Noticing how the body feels, if there's a softer, open, spacious feel. And then just a sense of relief and letting go on the exhale. Again, just feel the body. Notice if you feel that electrical current, that sense of aliveness. And all of the living, aware, present, kind, caring, joyous energy that we're filled with. And we can talk to ourselves kindly and caring. And that spreads, that has a ripple effect to everything else that we might do today. Thank you very much for your practice. It's a very special time for me, and I'm grateful to share it